A very happy and pleasant morning to everyone from Global Indian Cultural Center. I, Sonal Sinha, would like to extend a warm welcome to everyone at this webinar to celebrate the International Day of Yoga in association with the High Commission of India, Singapore. As you may already know, the idea of International Day of Yoga was first proposed by the Indian Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi at the UN General Assembly in 2014. June 21st, the longest day of the year in the Northern Hemisphere, holds a special significance from the perspective of yoga. It is believed that it was on this day that Lord Shiva began imparting the knowledge of yoga to the world. and became the Adi Guru, or the Guru of all yogis in the world of yoga. 2020 has been a year like no other in our lifetime. It can often feel as though we are facing relentless challenge as individuals, as communities, and as a society. As Singapore exits the circuit breaker, each day will bring with it a new concession of changes to come. To prepare for what is to come, we need to focus on our physical and mental well being, which is the theme of today's event. It is my pleasure to introduce our esteemed guests from Nikam Guruji Yoga Kutir, who will teach us exactly how to do it. Mr. Uthaya Chandran, who will be our guest speaker, and Ms. Thui, who will demonstrate the yoga asanas, have had a long association with Nikam Guruji Yoga Kutir. So please bring your yoga mats and settle down in a comfortable position as I hand over the session to Mr. Uthaya Chandran, who will guide us through the yoga asanas in this program. I hope you have a fruitful morning today. Thank you. Over to you, sir.
Good morning and welcome to the first virtual International Day of Yoga. Nikam Guruji Yoga Kutir is a non-profit registered society in Singapore and is comprised of volunteers, totally all volunteers, whose sole aim and goal is to teach or bring yoga, traditional yoga, rather than the commercial aspect of yoga you see around today, to the masses, and to do so without charging any fee. It has to be done free of charge. In the span of 23 years since our existence here, we have reached more than 60,000 people in Singapore and taught them yoga free of charge. And we have been helped along the way by host organizations such as the Global Indian International Schools and the Global Indian Cultural Center. They have been ardent supporters and have, I would say, a lion's share of the 60,000 participants which we have handled. The theme today, before I go to that, our inspiration in the society is Mr. Atul Ramesh Deshpande. He brought this yoga from India when he came to work in Philips. And he has named the society after his guru, Nikam Guruji. The theme today is wellness, mental and physical wellness. We have been, out of about 3 to 4 months, been bombarded by the COVID. Many families have got to stay together during these difficult periods and have complained of stress, anxiety, and mental illness. What we hope to do today is to try and bring you to some normalcy, bring your mind back within you, and to try and sort out your problems within and by yourself. I'm assisted today by Miss Thui. She's from Vietnam, just as many of our other volunteers are in the Nikam Guruji. They come from all walks of life and from many countries. Let us welcome Miss Thui. If you see, Miss Thui is now ready to take us through, and she's seated on a yoga mat. Before you do any yoga exercises, you are to ensure that you are properly seated. Do not sit directly on the floor. Sit on a yoga mat or a blanket made of wool or something, and you sit on it, preferably facing the east. Your clothing should be loose clothing, and your environment should be airy with fresh air. The first exercise we are going to learn is called Vajrasan. This is also sometimes referred to as the Japanese sitting posture. Here we are sitting on our heels, knees together, spine straight, eyes closed. Miss Tui will show us the side view. This will show you how straight the spine should be kept. And the rear view. If you notice carefully, Miss Tui is sitting in between the heels. If you are not flexible enough and you sit directly on your heels, there will be some pain. But just bear with us, it will go away in a short while. We can come back to the normal position, Mr. The best time to do this Vajrasan exercise is in the morning, when the night ends and the day begins. And I'm talking about very early in the morning, maybe 4:30 or 5:30 in the morning. And that time is called the twilight zone or the Brahma Muhurtam. It is said that at that time, the soul is at rest, completely at peace. Both your nostrils are open and breathing naturally. Before we sit for yoga exercises, our stomach must be empty for at least 3 to 4 hours. Miss Tui is now sitting in this Vajrasan, and it is called the Vajrasan because they say if you sit in this posture, the spine becomes as strong as the alloy, Vajra. This alloy was used to make weapons during the time of the ancient kings. In this position, we are going to do three things. One, observing your breath. So just observe how you're inhaling and you're exhaling. Do not consciously inhale or exhale. While observing the breath, the next thing you're going to do is mentally chant the mantra So as you inhale. And as you exhale, hum. So as you inhale, hum as you exhale. And now the third thing you're supposed to do, as you inhale and as you chant the mantra mentally, so from the base of your spine, bring your concentration up the spine to the top of the head. And as you exhale, concentration from the top of the head down the spine to the base of the spine. Here we are trying to bring the life force up and down the spine. This exercise will relieve mental stress, anxiety, and focus your mind within your body. Those suffering from irritations of the mind, after a stressful day in the office, when you come home and you want to get away from all, Just sit in this Vajrasana, keeping the spine straight, and observe your breath. This exercise is also called Pran Akarshan Kriya, Pranakarsan Kriya. You should sit for about 5 to 10 minutes, and you will find the rate at which your breathing slows down. Your heart rate slows down, and you become at peace with yourself. After about 5 to 10 minutes in this posture, you are calm, you're focused on your breath, and you're relaxed. We will now do a shoulder exercise. This shoulder exercise is designed to release all the tension in the shoulders, frozen shoulders, give flexibility to the joints of your arms, the shoulder joint, elbow joint, and the wrist. So Miss Tui will first extend her left arm, clench the fist, put the thumb up, and place the thumb on the shoulder and bring the arm down and begin. If you observe, she is making large circles with her elbows. Imagine the elbow is a pencil and you're trying to draw circles. Bring the elbow down. Now change direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Bring the elbow down. Bring the hand down and then observe your breath again. Breathe normally for a while. Bring your concentration now to the right arm. Straighten it. Clench the thumb, a fist. Put the thumb on the shoulder, elbow down, and begin. Full circles. 1, and all the time she's breathing normally. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Bring the elbow down, hand down, the other direction. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Bring the hand down, place it on the thighs, and observe your breath again. Those suffering from weaknesses in the arms, very weak grips, numbness in the arms, you will find this shoulder exercise very beneficial. It gets the blood flowing through all the blood vessels in the arms and gives flexibility to the joints. Keeping your eyes closed, you can slowly release the Vajrasana. Try and maintain the calmness within. Stretch out your legs. Miss Tui is in a relaxing position while sitting. We are now going to learn another breathing technique, one of our most important breathing techniques in our syllabus. And for that, you need to sit in the Padmasana. First, we fold one leg, put it on a thigh, and then gently lift the other leg and place it on the other thigh. This is called the full Padmasana. Many of you may not be able to do this. If you are not, you can sit in the half Padmasana or Ardha Padmasana, where you bring the leg below the thigh rather than on top. Whichever way you are sitting, make sure the spine is straight, the hands are away from the ground, shoulders are relaxed, eyes closed. And when you sit in this position, you are to perform a bandh or a lock called the mool bandh, anus lock. So what you do is just lock your anus and make sure it is locked. The stimulation by locking the anus goes towards the sacral glands and all vital nerves which end at the anus. In this position, we are going to learn Kapalpati or brisk breathing. This exercise will flush your lungs. And when we talk about lungs, during the COVID, everybody was talking about the lungs. If your lungs are healthy, well ventilated, the COVID cannot come close. This exercise will build strength for your lungs, your diaphragm, exercise the rib cage, and give flexibility. Most importantly, it will bring an abundance of oxygen or pranic energy into the body. If you practice this exercise regularly, you will have rosy cheeks because of the oxygen your body is getting. Youthfulness is restored. Wrinkles are known to disappear. And your stamina will increase. It's like running a marathon, sitting in one place. Ms. Three will now demonstrate how this exercise is to be done, and we will do it together subsequently. First, exhale. Inhale a bit. Begin. If you observe Ms. Three, only her stomach is moving. Her shoulders are all relaxed, and she's breathing in a very brisk manner, taking in and out the air, flushing the lungs. Once you are tired, exhale. And once you have exhaled, the lungs are kept empty. There is no breathing during this period. And we call this the Bhayakumbhak or empty lungs. Once you are unable to hold any longer, inhale with both nostrils. Fill the lungs with air. Your abdomen should rise. Your rib cage will expand and your shoulders will lift up. The entire lungs are now full. Hold for 1 second or two and slowly let the air out. Some of you, if you do this exercise for the first time, you will find a giddiness coming over you. But do not be alarmed. It is an indication that you have not been breathing properly. Let us do 2 rounds and I will count. 54 strokes. In and out is 1 stroke. Exhale. Inhale a bit. Begin. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. Lungs are empty. Keep it empty. I'll count 8 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale. Hold for 1 or 2 seconds and slowly let the air out. Prolonged exhalation. The longer the air comes out, the better. And then breathe normally. As you're breathing normally, try to relax your diaphragm, stomach, your back, your lungs. And we are going to repeat that one more time. Ready? Exhale. Inhale a bit. Begin. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. Empty lungs. Baya kumbhak. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale. Hold and prolonged exhalation. Breathe normally. You will find after having done the Kapalbhati, there is no urge by the body to breathe. In yoga, it is said that the mind is connected with your breath. If your breathing can be controlled and maintained, so can your mind. We will now release the Padmasana and lie down on the back. You should relax now. You see how she is relaxing? The head is tilted to the left. Body sinks into the ground. The arms are slightly apart, palms facing up. And the feet or the legs are slightly spread apart. The feet relax completely. There is no tension, no control over the body at all. And in this position, you observe your breath. Eyes are closed. Now ready. When the timing for ready is given, the feet come together, toes pointed away, the arms come to the side of the body, palms facing down, and the head is straightened. Eyes are open, and she's trying her best to gaze at her toes. This will strengthen or straighten the neck. In this position, we are going to do a simple exercise called single leg raising or Ushit Left leg up. See how she has lifted the entire leg. There's no bend in the knees and the toes are pointed away. Her head is still on the ground and she's gazing at her toes. Breathing is normal. Down, right leg up, down. This is very easy to do for most of you. The next one, where both legs are going to be raised, be careful. Those suffering from heart problems, high blood pressure, spine problems should take this exercise only under supervision. Get ready. You see, she will bring her arms under her body. This will give you support and slowly up. She is not holding her breath. She's breathing normally. Hold, hold, and slowly down and relax. I will invite all of you now to get ready, lying down. Mystery, ready? Ready? Yes. All of you together. Left leg up. I'm going to count 8 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Down. Right leg up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Down. Both legs. Ready? Up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Down. Don't drop your legs. Very gently and go into the relaxed position. The demonstrator will now turn over and we will show you 2 postures lying on your stomach or the prone position. And if you look at the demonstrator, she's relaxing. Her right leg is bent and thrown over the left. Her head is facing towards the right. This will raise her chest, the right side of the chest, and make it easy for her to breathe in this position. Her eyes are closed. Her head or cheeks are on her palms. Ready. When ready is given, her chin is now placed on the floor. Her eyes are open and she is able to see the wall in front of her. Many of you will not be able to do this. It will give a very good backward bend to the neck, the back of the neck. It will stretch the front part of the neck and stimulate the thyroid and the parathyroids. The palms are facing down to give support. And in this position, we are going to do the Shalabhasan or leg raising. First, left leg up, See, as high as you can without bending the knee. Down. Right leg up, down. All of you can do this single leg exercise. The next one is both the legs. Miss Sui will bring her arms under the body to give support. Here, the trick is to keep the knees together and slowly up. Breathe normally in this position and down. No struggle, nothing. And once the feet reach down, release arms and go into your relaxed position. The both legs, when they were raised, can be done by those suffering from spine problems, slip disc and all. These are one of those exercises even taught in hospitals. Get ready, all of you, and we will all do this exercise together. Chin on the floor, left leg up, 8 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't bend the knee. 5, 6. Down. Right leg up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Down. Okay, get ready now for both the legs. Those suffering from heart problems, high blood pressure, do not attempt this exercise. Ready, up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Down. And relax. Every time after you finish an exercise, you are to go into this relaxing position. After the Shalabhasan, it is common for people to pant. Just take your time, get your breath under control, and we will now move on to the next posture, also in this position, the Bhujangasana. Get ready. Here we place the hands near the chest region or near the shoulder. If you observe, the elbows are pointed upwards. The chin is on the floor. And in this position, slowly lift your upper part of the body. This gives a very good bend to the spine. It targets the lower spine, mid, and the upper spine. If you notice, her shoulders are stretched out, her arms are not straight. This will put additional stress on your spine. And normal breathing. Slowly come down, do not rush, and you are ready. See how she's relaxing again. Now her head is facing the wall and her left leg is folded and thrown over the right. Let us all do the Bhujangasana or the serpent or cobra posture together. Ready. Slowly up. Keep the navel in contact with the ground. Hold 8 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Slowly down and relax. The two exercises you saw, the Shalabhasan and the Bhujangasan, is targeted at the spine. The Shalabhasan targeted the lower spine, the Bhujangasan, the lower, upper, and the middle spine. Next, we are going to show you a breathing technique called the alternate nostril breathing, Aloma Viloma breathing. It is said that when we were young or just after birth, both our nostrils were running properly. If you notice, one nostril is always not running properly. But every 2.5 hours, it shifts. The right nostril is associated with the sun and it's called the Surya Bedan. The left nostril is associated with the moon and it's called the Chandra Bedan. The right nostril, if it is working more, heats up the body. The left nostril cools down the body. There are 3 meridians running from the base of the spine to the top of the head: the Ida, the Pingala, and the Sushumna. The Ida is linked to the left nostril. The Pingala is related to the right nostril. And in the next exercise, alternate nostril breathing, we are trying to open up the 2 channels so that they work both in balance. A demonstration quickly. Exhale. Close the right. Inhale with the left. Once the lungs are full, close the left and exhale from the right. Once the lungs are empty, inhale from right. Close the right. Exhale from the left. And you carry on doing this. In from one nostril, out from the other. Then you take in from the other and out from the other nostril. And you do it continuously. You will find your heart rate slows down, your breathing slows down, your concentration is focused, and your breath is normalized. Your mind activity slows down, and you become at peace with yourself. So let us all try this exercise. Ms. Sui, you can bring the arm down. Let us do 4 rounds. Exhale. Completely empty lungs. Close right. Inhale fully. Slow, long inhalation. Once your lungs are full, close the left, out from the right. Very slow, prolonged exhalation. Once the lungs are empty, in from the right. Close the right and out from the left. In from the left, out from the right. In from the right, out from the left. In from the left, out, right, in from the right, and out from the left. And bring your hands down. This is called the alternate nostril breathing. For those who are few who are obese and wish to lose weight, you can also practice what is called the Surya Bedan, where you inhale from the right and exhale from the left only. So every time you inhale in from the right and out from the left. This exercise heats up the body, your metabolic rate increases, and burns off fat. If you are slim and want to put on weight, then you can practice the Chandra Bedan, where you inhale only from your left and exhale from the right. Do not overdo these exercises, because if you do too much of the Surya Bedan, you will get pimples and heat related problems. And if you do too much of the Chandra Bedan, you will get cold, running nose. Next, we are going to show you a physical exercise called the sun salute. Release your legs. This sun salute is the one exercise which you must not miss in any yoga practice. We salute the sun because the sun gives us energy, gives us light, heat. Without the sun, there is no life. The starting position for the sun salute is straight, standing up with the arms by the side. The heels are touching each other and she's looking straight ahead. Just observe one round. One. This is called the Urdhva Namaskar. Two. The Janusirasana. See how the forehead touches the knees? Left leg. Three. This is called the Ek Part Prasarana. If you look at the leg behind, the toes are up, engaged, and the knee is touching the floor, and she's looking straight ahead. Four. Body in a straight line. This is called Dvi Part Prasarana, and she's looking at the floor. Five. This is called the Ashtanga Namaskar, where only 8 parts of the body touch the floor: the forehead, the 2 palms, the 2 knees, and the toes, the 2 feet. 6. This is the Sarpasana. It's like your Bhujangasana you did just now, but now the knees are off the ground. The entire body weight is supported by the palms and the feet. 7. This is called the Buddharasana or dog stretch. The heel must touch the floor. It will stretch out all the parts of the body. The cat and the dog, when they get up in the morning, this is the stretch they do. Left leg. 8. The leg which you had brought behind, the left leg, is now brought forward. And if you look carefully, this is a reverse of your number 3 posture. Now the right leg is behind, knee touching the floor. And you see the foot of the left foot is right between the palms. And she's looking straight ahead and breathing normally. 9. Back to Janusirasana. And 10. and she comes up straight and she's ready for the next sun salute. Let us all do 2 sun salutes together. All get ready. 1. Do not hold your breath. Breathe normally. 2. Left leg. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. Left 8. 9. 10. Normal breathing. No movements of the body unnecessarily. And we will finish with one more. 1. No bend in the knee. Arms are straight. Breathe normally. 2. Now the right leg. 3. So you must alternate between left and right when you do the exercises. 4. 5. 6. 7. Right leg 8. 9. 10. After you have finished the sun salute, we need to lie down and relax. And our last exercise for today is the shavasana or relaxing exercise. This posture should be done after the end of the day of exercises. As before, she's lying on the back, head tilted to the left, body sinking into the ground, no control over any part of the body, arms slightly away from the body, palms facing up, feet spread. Observe your breath. It is common after the Surya Namaskar to be breathless and breathing heavily. If you are still breathing or panting heavily, take in a deep breath through your nostrils and blow out the air through the lips in a prolonged exhalation. This will very quickly bring down your panting and normalize the rate at which your heart is beating. We are now going to concentrate on all parts of the body and relax them and leave it dead. This will bring about a complete relaxation of all body parts. First, we bring our concentration to our feet soles of the feet, toes, upper part of the feet, ankles. Whenever I mention the parts of the feet, you are to slightly compress or strain that part and then release it immediately and leave it lifeless. We move up now to the ankle joints, the calf muscles, the knee joints, kneecaps, back of the knees, the thighs, completely no control over any of the parts of the body. They are now dead. Moving up to the ball and socket joint where your legs attach to the hip bone. Release this joint. The ankles, the knees, and this joint, the hip joint, carry the entire body weight when we are upright. Release all the tension in the legs. We now move to the torso, your buttocks, anus. Just tense the muscles and release. Genitals. Bring your concentration now to the point between the anus and the genital. This is called the Mooladhara. This is where the three main meridians, the Ida, the Pingala, and the Sushumna, originate and travel up the length of the spine. Keep your concentration here for a while. Release all the tension and move on now to the navel. 4 finger widths below the navel, there's a bunch of 72,000 nerves. Concentrate there and withdraw all the life forces. Move now to the back, your spine, from the tailbone all the way, every vertebra to the shoulder. Release all the muscles, ligaments, and tendons at the back. The shoulder blades, the muscles of the back in contact with the ground, all completely released and relaxed. We come back now to the navel and move up to the waist, the stomach, just below. You find the intestines. Release all the tension. Above the stomach, the liver, pancreas, the kidneys towards the back. Moving up to the diaphragm and the rib cage. Release all the tension in the chest muscles. Inside the rib cage, visualize your heart and your lungs and release all the tension there. Moving further up to the shoulders, all the muscles of the shoulders, the collarbone. Move now to the ball and socket joint of the arms, the biceps, triceps, the elbow joints, the forearms, the back of the hands, every digit of the fingers, and the palms of the hands. Your body is now completely lifeless from the shoulder down. Now we move to the neck, the back of the neck, the muscles of the neck at the back, the front part of the neck, the glands, the throat, the thyroid, and the parathyroids. Moving up now to the head, the lower jaw, upper jaw, your lips, inside the mouth, your tongue, your gums, moving up the nose, cheekbones, eyelids, eyeball, forehead, the entire face, scalp, and the ears. Bring your concentration now to the point between your eyebrows. This is where the Ida, Pingala, and Shushumna reunite after having traveled the entire length of the spine. You are so peaceful, so relaxed. All your fears, your doubts, your worries have disappeared, and you are at peace with yourself. You should remain in this position for as long as you can without falling asleep. This is the ideal position to have positive affirmations, such as, I'm brave, I'm strong. Perfume of success thoughts blows in me, blows in me. I'm cool, I'm calm. I'm sweet, I'm kind. I'm love, I'm sympathy. I'm charming, I'm magnetic. I'm the friend of all. I have no enemies. Every cell, every tissue in your body is completely relaxed. We are now going to revive the body back. Bring your concentration now back to the point between the eyebrows. Feel the life force coming back into the body. First to the forehead, scalp, your eyelids, eyeball, nose, cheeks, cheekbones, your lips, your mouth, your jaws, coming down to the neck, the back of the neck, the front part of the neck, all coming back to life, spreading now to the shoulders and into the ball and socket joint of the arms, down to the biceps, triceps, elbow joints, the forearms, back of the hands, and the palms. From the shoulders now we bring concentration down to the chest region, your rib cage, chest muscles, inside the rib cage, your heart, your lungs, all back to life. Moving down to the stomach region, your diaphragm, at the back, your spine, shoulder blades, small of the back, all coming back to life. Down to the waist, the navel, forefinger width below the navel, the bunch of 72,000 nerves. Your buttocks, anus, genitals, and the mooladhara, all fully alive. Feel the life force now moving into the ball and socket joint of your legs, down to the thighs, the knee joints, kneecaps, further down, the calf muscles, the shin bone, down to the ankles, the top part of the feet, the heels, and the soles of the feet. Your body is now fully energized, completely refreshed. Keeping your eyes closed, bring your feet together, bring your arms by the side of the body Do not open your eyes yet and gently sit up in a comfortable position. And we are now going to chant Om 2 times. Exhale. Inhale with Ujjayi. Inhale. Now gently rub your palms together. Rub them over the eyes, your face, and the back of the ears. And you can open your eyes. I will now hand you over to Miss Sonal Sinha.
Thank you, Mr. Uthaya Chandran and Ms. Thui, for such an incredible and relaxing session. I'm sure our attendees have benefited a great deal from it. I would like to inform all our viewers that Global Indian Cultural Center offers a 12-week yoga program in collaboration with Nikam Guruji Yoga Kutir at GIIS Smart Campus and GIIS East Coast Campus twice a year. For those who are keen to enroll, can keep a lookout for GICC e-flyers. I would now like to invite Ms. Sarita Alorkar, Head of GICC and Associate Director of Marketing and Admissions at GIIS, to give a vote of thanks. Over to you, Ms. Sarita.
Thank you, Sonal. This is actually a very proud moment for us at GICC. As this pandemic, as we all know, has posed many challenges for all of us at many levels. Enrichment classes, which were conducted at all the physical venues, were disrupted. The performing and visual arts provide succor to many at times like this. We were quick in taking all our classes online, except for sports, of course, since we operate in technology-enabled campuses, thus maintaining the continuity to the learning journey. We have been very passionate advocates of yoga and yoga for health in particular at GICC. Our yoga programs offered from our very earliest days have been in collaboration with the Nikam Guruji Yoga Kutir, and we share a deep connection and bond with the wonderful volunteers. Over 10,000 people have benefited from this program offered free of cost by GICC and the Nikam Guruji Yoga Kutir over the years. Today, on this occasion of International Day of Yoga, and in keeping with the times, we have taken this yoga journey virtual too, and with a very appropriate theme of physical and mental wellness. I am very grateful to Mr. Chandran for this very enlightening session, to Ms. Thui for being a remarkable demonstrator, and also to the group of volunteers from Nikam Guruji Yoga Kutir, Ms. Jane, and the others who have made this session possible. Thank you once again. We would also like to thank the High Commission of India to Singapore for initiating activities around the International Day of Yoga in Singapore. This event is organized in collaboration with them. And of course, last but not the least, I would like to thank all of you, our audience, for joining us early on a wet Saturday morning for this session. We hope you will join us at our future webinars. Thank you and have a wonderful weekend.
Thank you everyone for joining us today. I would like to request all our viewers to email their queries and we shall respond to them. Thank you and have a cheerful day from Global Indian Cultural Center.
Thank you all and have a good weekend.